Today's story being the day after Chav Shvat. So I actually want to mention a story. This is about the REBBITZIN's sister, REBBITZIN SHEINEH. You've been to the Oyel and you visit right across the REBBITZIN Chayimushka, so you saw that at the bottom of the headstone is engraved, this is for the Rebbe's instructions, her sister's name, the REBBITZIN SHEINEH, because she and her husband perished in Treblinka. There's no grave. And so when the REBBITZIN passed away, the Rebbe said to add her name, which is common. People do this. People that, when they pass away and they had siblings, parents, siblings that perished in the Holocaust, so it's customary to put their names on the tombstone on the side and on the bottom. I did this for my paternal grandfather. So here's the story. So she was born in Lubavitch on we should mention the 21st of Teves in 1904. She married her father's first cousin, Menachem Mendel HaKohen Horenstein. And as I mentioned, they both perished. He was the son of the youngest daughter of the Rebbe Marash. Her name was Chayimushka. It's Menachem Mendel Horenstein. In one of the letters of the Frierdiker Rebbe to his daughter, SHEINEH, he tells his daughter that my father, Yoseda, the Rebbe Rashab, said about you that you have edel chushim. In English, I have to translate, but delicate sensibilities. That's the way he describes it. It's a nice translation. And the Frierdiker Rebbe, of what the Frierdiker Rebbe wrote to his daughter, and he continues in that letter to her, he said, this is the most honorable attribute, especially when this description comes from such an exalted personality, Yoseda, the Rebbe Rashab. Now, over the years, in the early years, but not later, the Rebbe told two stories he heard from the Frierdiker Rebbe about the REBBITZIN SHEINEH in her childhood. Two beautiful stories. First story is that once her Zayda, again, the Rebbe Rashab, told her that on Shabbos, everything has to be done in honor of Shabbos, to eat the covered Shabbos, to walk in honor of Shabbos, to go for a walk, and so on. So she said yes. Of course, she agreed. One thing she couldn't understand: how do you sleep in honor of Shabbos? Because while you're sleeping, you can't have that consciousness and that awareness. This was as a child. So how do you sleep with awareness, with the consciousness in fulfillment of eineg, of delighting in Shabbos? I'm not sure if she got an answer, because it's a very good question. And another story when she was even younger. When she was very young, as a child, she would cry, as children do. So once she was given a candy to placate her. So she took the candy and she said, you should know that I'm not stopping to cry. I'm just taking a break now to eat the candy. I'm still crying. The Rebbe told this story the first time that I know, and it was the first time. It was Yud Beis Tammuz, 1958. It was a Farbrengen, 1954 could be, 54. Farbrengen went to like the wee hours of the morning, mamish. And people were going from there to get the train to go to Manhattan to go to work, the 7 o'clock train. So the Rebbe said in the Farbrengen told this story. And he said that so too now, we're just taking a short break till the next Farbrengen. We have to do what we have to do. But really, our place is together at the Farbrengen. He was implying learning together, Farbrengen together. And well, we're coming back. We're just taking a short break, but this is our real home. He didn't elaborate further, but I'm sure, like everything, there's endless depth, that this whole story is in her tears. Golus. But it's only a break till we come back home again. Okay, my friends, have a wonderful Shabbos. This is an incredible Shabbos of the Kinus HaShluchas. HaShluchas, a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos. I'm going to continue with a little story, another little story. Which, put yourself on mute, guys, for a second. Yeah. That many of you probably heard that the other night we had the Fabrengen in honor of Yud Shvat, and we had 3 shluchim Fabreng with us. It was an exquisite evening. And one of them was Dovi Hennig in Chengdu, China. And he told us how he became a Lubavitch. He was a Vizhnitz, a Bocherl, and how he came to Lubavitch, but that's a story for another time. His grandfather, mother's father's kind of a Lubavitcher, but his father was not. He was brought up in Yerushalayim and Vizhnitz, and that's a beautiful story in its own right. But I just want to talk about his wife for a moment. She's a Lubavitcher girl from Borough Park. And so he told us that when they got married, before they got married, so they're on the same page going on Shlichus, and she said, yeah, she's ready to go on Shlichus, but she only had one condition. And the condition was not negotiable. But this was the one thing she's asking. Remember the story? What was the condition? To go to a place where there's hot running water. That was the condition, my friends. This is mind. The Rebbe has such an army. And they're gathering together on this weekend, and not physically, but not over Shabbos. And Sunday is going to be the 1 second, may I want to ask you something? It's going to be the banquet. You should watch it. The wife certainly. It's very empowering. It's not some people are coming together. These neshamas are connected to Klal Yisrael. They're plugged into the Rebbe. The Rebbe's neshama Klalis, and they're all connected to Klal Yisrael. And in their rejuvenation, we are all empowered. We all get this tremendous bracha. What's the big bracha of connection? Of feeling the oneness that each Yid has with another, with each other, and with Hashem. Have a wonderful Shabbos and B'suras Tovos.
Shabbos, Rabbi. All the very best to you. All the very best. It's like us, Rabbi. From limud to tefillah, we go from pause to pause, and we come back to limud and tefillah. God bless you, Rabbi. You should go from strength to strength.
All of us in good health.
It's Shabbos. All the very best. You should all be blessed.
Amen.
Go up, Rabbi.